Lights down low, but the fire's burning. Clay gets packed and the tires start churning. Strapping tight, it's about that time. Micro sprint hub, let them hear that whine. Hey! Helmets on and the visors down. Short track kings in a small town crown. Edge of your seat, better hold on tight. It's elbows up on a Friday night. Hey! Slide job coming, don't blink twice. Door to door and they're rolling the dice. No lift, no fear, no backing down. When the green flag drops, they own this town. Brussels, hit the elbows up, tear the cushion down. Feather the throttle, spin it around. Right rear racing on the mic tonight. Calling every slider, every fight. It's intense, it's fast, it's wheel to wheel. Micro thunder, you can feel that steel. Micro sprint hub, here we go. Broadcast live, let's start the show. Quick. Three-wide racing off a turn two. Little cars flying, but the moves are huge. Nose to tail, they're digging deep. No room to breathe, no time to sleep. Champions rise, legends begin. One bad slide and you're out of the wind. Checkered dreams in a dirt-filled haze. Short track warriors set ablaze. Top side, bottom, choose your lane. One mistake and it's heartbreak pain. Crowd on their feet, they feel that rush. Micro madness in a cushion crush. Watching little elbows up, tear the cushion down. Feather the throttle, spin it around. Right rear racing on the mic tonight. Bringing the action, living bright. It's intense, it's raw, it's all out speed. Every lap is a fight to lead. Micro sprint hub, engines roar. Green flags out, let's race some more. Ladies and gentlemen, strap in tight. The micro sprint hub racing league starts now. Right here on Right Rear Racing. Right Rear Racing.
And welcome back to Right Rear Racing as we bring you week number 6 of the Micro Sprint Hub iRacing League as they throw it back on the wings and take on Limaland here for week number 6. We do have roughly about 3 more minutes left of your Bradley Cox Racing practice here. Again, week number 6 is going to be presented by Torq Hydration. Looks like we're going to have 14 drivers here tonight, and before we go into your qualifying here tonight, we're going to go ahead and take a look at your points coming into week number 6 here. And Seth Gregory, he's going to be leading the field with 338. Bradley Cox is hot on his heels with 332. Just Sokol with no wins so far, but finishing out in the top 10, the top 5 in the first 5 races is sitting in 3rd with 322. Brady Ross in 4th with 306. Rustin Moss rounds out your top 5 with a 297. We have Jaden West with 283. Bryce Comer with 258. Justin Robinson with 220. JT Moss with 215. And rounding out your top 10 so far is going to be Jason Green with 175. And to give you a little bit of rundown of everyone that's come here tonight, we do have Bradley Cox and Seth Gregory, your top 2 drivers. Do not see Justice Sokol in his 25 machine here tonight with only 2 minutes, or just under 2 minutes of practice left here. So we might have a change up there in your top 3. Again, we do have 12 drivers here so far here tonight, as these drivers are trying to break this track in and get it racing on top and bottom. Should have a factor, or might play a factor, are going to be those infield tractor tires there, as getting down low, trying to keep that momentum on that bottom side, going to end up grazing those tires. As we do have 30 seconds left here of our practice session. Again, we're only live on YouTube here tonight. If you're just joining in on for the first time here on Right Rear Racing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and get notified when we go live here on Right Rear Racing, as we do have another broadcast on Thursday. That's going to be at Volusia in the 410 sprint cars, and this time they're going to have the wings on them, as last week was the non-wing grays. And the 24 car Lucas is going to be your quick time quick time here for your practice session, and that's going to be a 11:45. As Jaden West in the 33 machine ended up hitting at 11:48. That's going to do it for your Bradley Cox Racing practice session. And up next we do have our qualifying, as Jaden West in the 33 machine is going to go out on the track first. We're going to go ahead and follow along with him for his first few laps. As he's coming off turn 4, getting the green flag, he's going to go in turn number 1. He's running that middle groove as he's working his way off turn number 2, down the back straightaway, entering turn number 3 in the middle there, coming through the turn, coming off for his first lap is going to be a 12:08. As Ezra Green comes up there as well and hits a 12:46. And Rustin Moss in the 51 machine, as we go along with him, his first lap was a 12:06. That's going to put him at the top of the leaderboard. And his second lap, as we just seen him cross the start-finish line, is going to be a 12:11. JT Moss in the 13 machine, he's going to be up in second right now with a 12 flat, as he just completed that second lap there. He's going to pull it back into the pits there. J-Rob in that 19 machine is going to be sitting in fourth with a 12:12, as he's done 2 laps, almost done here with his third lap, coming off right off for front straightaway. That lap was going to be a 12:40. Bradley Cox, he's going to top the leaderboard with a 11:87 in his 45 machine, as he's working his way down the front straightaway. Once again, his second lap is going to be a 12:08. Ezra Green in that 01 machine is going to hit 11:94. That's going to be putting him in second so far. Seth Gregory in that 14 machine, he's out there. He's already done 3 laps. Within his first 3 laps there, he's hit a 12:02 as he just hit it there as he's coming around turn 4, coming off for there. That lap time is going to be 11:98. He has one more chance to get a quicker time than Bradley Cox and top the leaderboard as he goes into turn number 3 here, coming off turn number 4 for his last time here in that 14 machine. His last lap there is going to be a 12:01, and Bradley Cox is still going to be up there on the top of the leaderboard. We do have 2 more drivers here to make the call. They have 45 seconds left of the practice session. Bradley Cox is out there. He hit a 11:87 for his fastest time. His last time around the track, he did hit a 11:89. As we follow along with Brady Ross in his 1 machine as he starts his first lap here, working his way through 3 and 4. And his first lap time on the board is going to be a 12:37. That's going to put him in 13th currently as he's working his way down to back straightaway into turn number 3 off of 4 once again. And that lap time is going to be 11:98. That's going to jump him up into third, as Lucas in that 24 machine, here's your quick time during the practice session. He's going to be sitting in 9th right now with a 12:11, and the qualifying session is over with. Bradley Cox, Ezra Green, Brady Ross, Seth Gregory, and JT Moss are your top 5 for your qualifying session. We do have your BTB Foundation Heat Race number 1 gridded up now with Bradley Cox in that 45 machine starting on the pole with Brady Ross on his outside in the 1. JT Moss in the 13 machine, he's going to be inside row number 2 with Rustin Moss on his outside in the 51. The 24 of Lucas Weber is going to be inside row number 3 with Bryce Comer in the 9 on his outside. And rounding out the field for heat race number 1 action is going to see the 92 of Cleveland rounding out the field. Again, these are 6-lap heat races followed by your 30-lap main event here tonight. We will have a quick warm-up session, trying to break this track in a little bit more and get it racy where everyone can run the top and bottom. And everyone's gridded up now as they're waiting for that pace truck to go ahead and start pulling forward, as Brady Ross in that 1 machine is going to fire off first as they work their way into turn number 1. As they come off or down the back straightaway into turn number 3. As they come off turn number 4, we will be getting the rolled up green flag with 1 lap to go until we go green and set week 6 underway here with your VTB Foundation heat race number 1. We're going to try to keep this view out here as they work their way down the back straightaway. Once again, the field is stacked up, ready to go. That's the 45 of Bradley Cox is going to lead the field into turn number 3 with Brady Ross on his outside. The pace truck dives off the 45 of Bradley Cox is going to hit that lap battle and get us underway here at Limaland for week number 6. The one machine of Brady Ross quickly goes to the bottom side of the track. And we do have a battle here for the lead with the one machine looking down low. Bradley Cox is on the outside as Cox in that 45 machine is getting that momentum off the outside. JT Moss is going to round out your top 3 as he's sitting there in that 13 machine with the 51 of Rustin Moss right there on his heels, ready to move as they work their way down the back or front straightaway once again. And there's going to be Bradley Cox in that 45 machine coming off turn number 4 this time around, getting the cross flags as we are halfway through with heat race number 1 action. Brady Ross is still sitting in second, trying to hold off JT Moss and Rustin Moss as well. And rounding out your top 5 is going to be the 54 machine as he's looking down low in 3 and 4 here, coming off turn number 4, getting the popsicle sticks with 2 laps remaining here. And your closest battle on the screen is going to be the one that we see here between 4th and 5th as Bradley Cox is coming off turn 4, getting the white flag as he's going to be up there on the lap traffic of the 92 of Cleveland as he's working his way down the back straightaway one last time here, going into turn number 3 as he's coming off turn number 4. He's getting the checker flags here as he's going to take the win in heat race number 1, followed by Brady Ross in that 1 machine and JT Moss in the 13. Round out your top 3. And for your driver's lab heat race number 2, we have the 0-1 of Ezra Green starting on the pole with Seth Gregory in the 14 on the outside. Row number 2 has Jaden West in the 33 on the inside with J-Rob and the 19 on the outside of row number 2 there. We have Rick in the 7 machine starting on the inside row number 3 with Aaron Miller in the 77 on his outside. And rounding out the field here for heat race number 2 action has Caden Anderson in the 55. As they work their way off turn 4, getting the rolled up green flag as we're set to go underway next time around here at Limaland for your driver's lab heat race number 2 action. Again, it's going to be 6 laps here with Ezra Green starting on the pole here, coming down the back straightaway, getting ready to fire here as they go to turn number 3. And the pace truck's going to dive off here, and Ezra is going to set the field on green, and the 14 machine of Seth Gregory is going to fire first, and that's going to allow J-Rob to get up there in the front as he's working the top side. J-Rob's going to lead the field down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Aaron Miller, he's moved up 4 spots so far. He's sitting in second as Ezra Green and Seth Gregory have fallen back to second and third and fourth respectively, as Seth Gregory is making the pass once again for third as he's going to work that top side, and Ezra Green's going to slide it there in front of him. We got a crossover. This is your battle for third on the screen between the 14 and the 57 as the 14 machine closes up on Aaron Miller there as we are not showing your timing tower there. We're going to get that going there for you. As J-Rob still leading the field off turn 4, getting the cross flags as we're halfway through with heat race number 2 action. Seth Gregory's going to throw a slide job there on Aaron Miller. And we have a battle for second between the 77-14 as J-Rob leads the field off turn 4, getting the popsicle sticks with 2 laps remaining. Seth Gregory's looking down low, trying to clear Aaron Miller to get into that second position. Aaron Miller's going to hit the outside wall just a little bit as they work their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. And J-Rob's getting the white flag with 1 lap remaining here in Driver's Labs heat race number 2 with Seth Gregory trying to close the door as they work their way down the back straightaway. One last time, Seth Gregory's going to look down low, try to throw a slider. Here comes J-Rob taking the win here. Heat race number 2 action. Seth Gregory takes home second, and Aaron Miller rounds out your top 3. I've been sitting here talking the whole time. I might have been muted. Sorry about that. And these drivers are getting this track broken and getting it racy here tonight. Again, thanks to all the sponsors here with Micro Sprint Hub iRacing League. Again, tonight is presented by Torq Hydration. BTV Foundation Heat Race number 1 there. Drivers Lab Heat Race number 2. Torq Hydration is going to be your A main and your winner circle sponsor as well. Again, a huge shout out to Milestone Electric Plumbing and AC, FM Performance. And I've also posted the link there for Drivers Lab if you're interested in joining or being a driver there for Drivers Lab and getting all the knowledge to help grow your social media. And the practice session does come to a close, and we're going to go into our starting lineup here for your main event tonight. And starting on the pole for your Torq Hydration, A main is going to be the 45 of Bradley Cox with J. Rob on the outside in that 19 machine. Brady Ross in the 1 machine is going to be inside row number 2 with Seth Gregory on his outside in the 14. We have JT Moss in the 13 machine on the inside, row number 3, with Aaron Miller in the 77 on his outside. Row number 4 has Rustin Moss in the 51 on the inside, with Caden Anderson in the 55 on the outside. Row number 5 has Lucas Weber in the 24 machine on the inside, with Jaden West on his outside in the 33. Row number 6 has the 9 of Bryce Comer on the inside, with Ezra Green in the 01 on his outside there. And the last and final row here for week 6 main event is going to be Cleveland in the 92 on the inside, with Rick on the outside in the 7 machine. As we go back up to the front of the field here, as they work their way off turn 4 down the front straightaway, receiving the rolled up green flag. We're set to go underway next time around. It's going to be a 30-lap main event here tonight as the field works their way down the back straightaway, led by Bradley Cox in that 45 machine, with J. Rob in the 19 on the outside. The pace truck's going to dive off here in the 45, and the 19 are set to get us underway as the 45 Bradley Cox is going to hit that live pedal, and Brady Ross, he's going to follow suit and follow along with Bradley Cox there and get that bottom side going. J. Rob's going to go around there. We're going to go back and take another look at it as they went 3 wide there momentarily. As we go in there and take a look at it with J. Rob in the 19 machine as they go green right there, coming off the turn 4. J. Rob's up top there, going down the front straightaway. Into turn number 1 there went 3 wide. The 13 is down low. The 14 and the 19 make contact, and J. Rob in the 19J there goes around there in turn number 1 and 2. As Bradley Cox sets out there in front and getting ready to set the field back underway as he's coming off turn 2 down the back straightaway. He's going to go take the high side here and hit that lob pedal and get us back underway here for your racing action. He's going to get a good jump. Brady Ross in that 1 machine is going to be right there, and second with Seth Gregory in the 14 right there hot on his heels as these 3 drivers kind of try to walk away. Here comes the 14 machine, looks to throw a slide job. It's not going to clear it as he's going to think different of it and set back a little bit as Brady Ross is right there as well, trying to figure out something real in Bradley Cox here as JT Moss in that 13 machine is. And there's Brady Ross hitting that inside tire. That's going to allow the 14, and the caution flag is going to save Brady Ross there in that 1 machine. We're going to go take a look at what happened there with Cleveland in the 92 machine as he crosses the start-finish line. The 55 machine comes down, makes contact with the 54 and the 33. The 92 is right there running the bottom side, and they the 55's down there on the bottom side of the track again. The 92 spins it around, and that's why the caution flag comes out as he spins it out right there in front of J-Rob and Rick, and that's going to bring out that caution. As the field just received the rolled up green flag, Bradley Cox in the 45 machine, Brady Ross in the 1, and the 14 of Seth Gregory are going to be your top 3 with JT Moss in the 13. And Rustin Moss rounds out your top 5 as they go into turn number 3. Bradley Cox going to hit that lap pedal and get us back underway as he's coming off turn number 4. Getting the green flag once again as Brady Ross in that 1 machine is going to try to stay off that inside tractor tire there as he's working his way down the back straightaway, running the top side. Now going into turn number 3 with Seth Gregory right there in that 14 machine, trying to reel in the 1 of Brady Ross as we are 4 laps down into this main event here tonight, as the top 3 are trying to separate themselves from the field. As you see the battle here between the 1 and the 14 here is starting to steam up, with the 14 trying to figure out different lines to make a pass on the 1 of Brady Ross. Here comes JT Moss in that 13 machine. He's currently running 4 still, and we do have another caution flag coming out. That's going to be your 3rd caution of the night as we go on board with the number 7 here of Rick, as the 77 machine of Miller gets loose, and J-Rob and Jaden West made contact there down the back straightaway. Jaden's going to hit the inside tire. That's not why the caution came out. The 7 machine got loose right there in front of the 92, and the 7 machine goes around, and that's going to bring out the caution once again. Again, that's going to be our 3rd caution flag of the night. The field is still going to be led by the 45 of Bradley Cox, Brady Ross and the 1 machine sitting 2nd, Seth Gregory 3rd, JT Moss in 4th, Rustin Moss rounds out your top 5 here currently with Caden Anderson in the 55 sitting 6th. Lucas in the 54 is going to be sitting 7th. Bryce Comer in the 8 machine, or in the 9 machine, or the 21 there, he's going to be in 8th, and J-Rob in the 19 machine is 9th, and Jaden West in that 33 machine is going to round out your top 10 as Bradley Cox goes in turn number 3, getting that loud pedal and getting us back underway. Seth Gregory, he's going to get a good jump. He's going to be right there on the heels of Brady Ross as they go into turn number 1. Coming off turn number 2, we do have a battle here heating up between Brady Ross and Seth Gregory. As Seth's looking to throw a slide job, Brady's right there, and Brady's going to have that momentum coming off turn number 4 as they work their way down into turn number 1. JT Moss is wanting to join the action. He's trying to get a slide job working there, and we do have another caution coming out here. And that's going to be caution number 4 as we go along and follow along with Jaden West in that 33 machine, as the 21 and the 19 make contact. 19 is going to come down. I believe that's what brought out the caution, and the 19 or the 21 comes down. Jaden West is right there as well, and that spins out right there in front of the field and brings out another caution. And the rolled up green flag comes out once again. The field is going to be led by Bradley Cox in that 45 machine as they come off turn number 2 once again down the back straightaway. We do have 10 laps in the books here with 20 laps remaining, as the 45 Bradley Cox is going to hit that loud pedal and get us back underway as he's going to exit off turn number 4 on the bottom. We do have another caution flag coming out. As we take another look at it here from JT Moss in that 13 machine, as everyone's going there on this restart. He goes in turn number 1, and right there where the caution flag flies. I don't know what happened. It's probably a little bit farther back. Yeah, that's going to be caution number 5 here. Bradley Cox still leading the field. Everyone's going to be in their same spots here on this restart. As the rolled up green flag comes out once again, they're working their way down the back straightaway. The pace truck is going to dive off here in turn number 4 as Bradley Cox is going to get that top side going as he's coming down and exit off turn number 4 and getting that green flag. Bradley Cox is going to lead the field in turn number 1 as Brady Ross is going to be sitting in second with Seth Gregory hot on his heels as they work their way down the back straightaway. Seth is looking down low going into turn number 3. And it's going to be Bradley Cox, Brady Ross, and Seth Gregory. Seth is looking down low, trying to throw a slide job there in turn 1 and 2. Again, we only have 9 laps in the books, and this time around, coming off turn 4, make that 10 laps in the books with 20 laps remaining here at Limaland for week number 6 action for Micro Sprint Hub iRacing League, presented by Torq Hydration. As we follow along here with the top 3 currently, Bradley Cox, he's led it since the drop of the green, and Brady Ross in that one machine sitting in second, trying to figure out how to reel in the 45 there, and another caution does come out here. And it's on the 92 of Cleveland, and I believe he's already made his way into the pits. Jaden West comes up, just jerk the wheel over to the right and center into the outside wall there, and made his way back into the pits.
Trucks out, stack 'em up, we're circling now. Tires cool but tempers hot, nobody's giving up their spot. Hell, yellow's out, don't blink, don't lag. Another spin brings the caution flag. Bunch it up, get ready to go. Green's coming back, steal the show. Reset, reload, we're about to.
And the field got the rolled up green flag once again as they work their way off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. We're set to go back under green flag racing conditions here as the pace truck does dive off into the infield. Bradley Cox in the 45 machine is going to set us underway once again as Brady Ross in second. Here comes Seth Gregory changing up his line. He's looking up high. We're going to go 3 wide there momentarily as Seth Gregory's going to have that momentum coming off turn number 2. He's trying to get some momentum here on Brady Ross in that one machine, as we do have Moss and Anderson battling it out for 4th there, as Anderson's in that 55 machine trying to reel in JT Moss. And Bradley Cox in that 45 machine still holding on to the lead with Brady Ross in second and Seth Gregory in third. Again, we do have the battle here heating up between the 13 machine and the 55 as the lap traffic's going to be right there. We're going to go back to the 55 as he's holding off, trying to hold off the 24 of Lucas. And the 51 of Rustin, the 77 machine, that's going to be Aaron Miller. He's going to be lap traffic. Here comes the 24 or the 54. That's going to be Lucas trying to make some passes here as the 13 of JT Moss holds on to that 4th position. Anderson in that 55 machine rounds out your top 5 as Lucas is in 6th, and we do have Rustin Moss in that 51 machine in 7th. And we do have another caution flag here as it's going to go on Aaron Miller, I believe, in that 77 machine. As we go take a look, make contact with the outside wall there. Jaden right there with the 77 and pushes the 77 up, and 77 just goes out there and hits the outside wall there. There's no change to your top 3. That's still going to be Bradley Cox, Brady Ross, and Seth Gregory. JT Moss is going to be sitting in 4th, and Caden Anderson rounds out your top 5. We have Lucas in 6th, Rustin Moss in 7th, Bryce Comer in 9th, and Jaden West Rustin Moss is in 8th, and Jaden West 9th, and Ezra Green rounds out your top 10. The field did receive the rolled up green flag once again. As we go down the back straightaway into turn number 3, the field is going to be led by Bradley Cox here on the single file restart, as Bradley's going to hit that lap pedal once again and get us back underway. Seth Gregory's going to try to figure out some different line here to reel in Brady Ross to make that pass. We're going to go back to the back and watch the battle for 4th. That's going to be the 13 machine of JT Moss working the bottom side, the 54 of Lucas trying to get that outside going, the 51 of Rustin Moss, he's right there. He's sitting 6th, and Caden Anderson is going to be pushed back to 7th here on this restart. as this is a battle up there for fourth between the 13 and the 54, as the 13 machine is running the middle groove and the 54 is running the outside groove. The 54 is going to have some momentum and give the fourth slot to the 54, and we do have contact there between those two drivers. We're watching that, and we're going to go back and take another look at it there, as the 13 machine is going to throw a slide job on the 54, and the 51 is right there. The 54 is coming down and makes contact, and that's what spins them around and brings out another caution. That's a hard racing incident right there. And now that's going to change up some of your lineup here with Bradley Cox, Brady Ross, and Seth Gregory all maintaining your top three. JT Moss in the 13 machine is going to be in fourth. Caden Anderson comes back into the fifth position. Bryce Comer in sixth. Jaden West in seventh. Ezra Green eighth. Rick in ninth. And J Rob rounds out your top 10. As we get the rolled up green flag, once again, we're going to be a single file restart here. Once again, coming down off of turn 2, down the back straightaway, waiting for that pace truck to dive off. And for Bradley Cox to hit that live pedal anywhere from turn 3 all the way to the green flag here, as he's going to hit that live pedal and get us underway once again here for week number 6 action. Bradley Cox leading the field, followed by Brady Ross. Brady Ross is trying to hold off Seth Gregory as they work their way through 1 and 2, and we do have another caution flag coming out. I know it's not on Bradley Cox there. As we go on board with the 33 here on this restart and follow along here. Go 3 wide there, and we do have a caution flag that came out right there as everyone's letting off. I don't know what happened behind these drivers. And we got the rolled up green flag once again. As Bradley Cox in the 45 machine leads the field down the back straightaway into turn number 3. As he's going to hit that loud pedal and get us back underway here. He's going to get a good jump here on Brady Ross in that 1 machine. Seth Gregory's going to be right there. The one of Brady Ross is going to hit that inside tire. Here comes Seth Gregory making a pass, and that's going to allow JT Moss to move up into your 3rd position as well. The 21 machine of Bryce Comer, he's going to be right there moving up to 4th, and a caution flag does come out. And with the caution flag coming out, I believe that's going to save Brady Ross. As we go and follow along the 7, as the 7 machine is up there, going to have contact with Rustin, and that's what brought out the caution. And the one that's going to enjoy that caution flag coming out, that's going to be the one of Brady Ross. As the caution comes out, he does get his spot back in 2nd, as he fell back all the way to 5th as he hit that inside tractor tire there. And the field received the rolled up green flag once again. I believe we have 6 laps remaining here, as Bradley Cox has let it sense the drop of the green. The pace truck's set to pull off into the infield here. Bradley Cox is going to hit the outside wall there and hit that loud pedal and get us back underway, followed by Brady Ross. Brady's not going to go down low in fear of hitting those tires most likely, as Seth Gregory's going to be right there in 3rd, trying to reel in these 2 drivers, as Brady is trying to reel in Bradley here as they work their way off turn 4. Coming in turn number 1, Seth Gregory's working that bottom groove, trying to get something there to reel these two drivers in once again, as Bradley Cox is holding off Brady Ross there in that 1 machine as they work their way down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Bradley Cox goes down low, throws the slider line there in 1 and 2. We do have another caution flag coming out. And with that caution flag coming out, we should have a green-white checkered finish here, if I'm not mistaken. I as we follow along with the 77 of Aaron Miller hitting outside wall and looping around. And I know one driver that doesn't want to see these cautions. That's going to be the 45 of Bradley Cox, as he's led it since the drop of the green. And Brady Ross, he's the only caution that I believe he enjoyed was the previous one, as that saved him 3 spots there as he moved back down to your 5th position. As we're set to go underway once again, going down the back straightaway, led by Bradley Cox in that 45 machine. Going to be up top, enter turn 3, going to diamond it off and hit that loud pedal and gets back underway, as followed by Brady Ross in that 1 machine. Brady's going to look down low. Seth Gregory's trying to get that top side going. We do have contact there. As we go along and follow along with the 33 of Jaden West, he's looking down low, hits the the tractor tire and parks it right there in 1 and 2. And J Rob was right there to collect them as well. And the field received the rolled up green flag once again, led by Bradley Cox, Brady Ross, and Seth Gregory. JT Moss is sitting 4th, and Rustin Moss is rounding out your top 5 as the field works their way down the back straightaway with the pace truck there in front of them. The pace truck's going to dive off, and Bradley Cox is going to hit that loud pedal once again here for week number 6 action, as he's going to work the bottom middle groove there on the high side on exit 2, as Brady Ross is right there in 2nd with Seth Gregory hard on his heels, working his way off turn number 4. I believe we're going to be getting the white flag with 1 lap remaining. Bradley Cox has led it since the drop of the green. I don't know what's happening with the ticker over there, but it's still going to be Bradley Cox as he's coming off forward, taking the win number 3 here with Brady Ross in 2nd and Seth Gregory in 3rd. JT Moss finishes out in 4th, and Rustin Moss rounds out your top 5. And for your Torq hydration A main results, we're going to see the 45 of Bradley Cox winning the race. Brady Ross in 2nd in his 1 machine. Seth Gregory in 3rd. JT Moss finishes 4th. Rustin Moss rounds out your top 5. Ezra Green finishes 6th. And Ezra did move up 6 spots. That's going to be your hard charger of the race. And 7th is going to be Caden Anderson in the 55. Jaden West finishes 8th. Bryce Comer in 9th. Rick rounds out your top 10. J Rob comes home in 11th. Aaron Miller in 12th, Cleveland 13, and Lucas rounds out the field for week number 6 action here at Limaland. We're going to go and hear from your top 3 drivers here. And the first one we're going to hear from is going to be Seth Gregory. And Seth, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Man, that was another long race there. Come home in 3rd, still trying to battle it out with Bradley for the points championship here. Walk me through some of the actions that you're trying to do to make that pass on Brady there. I've seen him multiple times trying to work the bottom side, trying to work the top side. What were you trying to do there to get around him?
I was trying to find something that no one else found. I found something to work a couple of times. I just needed to stay a longer green flag run and maybe have lap traffic, but I just kind of missed the setup. Not gonna lie, the thing was not driving as easy and as good as I wanted it to. So I mean, it is what it is. I can't complain with a third place finish, but you always want to search for that little extra more.
And I know that you wanted that win. And um, one caution that I know that you hated to see was whenever Brady ended up hitting that tractor tire on that restart. Um, kind of heard you through the voice chat there. What was going through your mind on that one? Whenever that caution flag came out after that incident there.
I was like, there's no way he gets his spot back because we were right there at the line. I think Bradley Cox actually passed the line, I believe. I don't know. I'll have to look back at it, but I believe he crossed the line. So I was like, oh, that's a lap. Then I go and look up, and my spotter's telling me, let the one car by. And I'm like, no way. he was he got really lucky on that. Not gonna lie, but it is what it is.
And I know that we don't want to see that happen, especially after battling the whole race, trying to make your way around a driver, and then the caution flag comes out. So tough break on you there, but still coming home with third here tonight. Do you have any friends, family, or sponsors you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I gotta thank Mongoose Chassis, RTB, Raise the Bar Setups. Um, I gotta thank Metcalf Media, Logan Trimmer Racing. Everyone who helps me out. Can't thank everyone enough.
And congratulations once again on third place finish here tonight, and hopefully we see you once again on the podium next week.
Yep, hopefully.
So you have a good night,
Thank
man.
you. Yep, you too.
And there you have it, your third place finisher of Seth Gregory. I don't see Brady Ross here waiting for his interview, as we're going to go ahead and jump to your winner here tonight. That's going to be the 45 of Bradley Cox. And Bradley, do you got a copy?
Gotcha.
Man, that was another long race there. Just being steady and consistent seemed like um, for the whole 30 laps with the what seven or eight cautions that we had, and I'm probably cutting it short there. Um, what line there worked better for you on those runs, short runs like that, and everything to keep everyone behind you there?
I mainly just ran the slider line halfway through the race, and then I adjusted to the top of one and two, or actually the top all around the slick. It wasn't all the way on the top, but around the slick. And that was a lot of yellows there. I don't know what's happened behind me. I couldn't really see, but yeah, I was just able to hang on there. I seen Brady try to send it in the last corner, but he hit the tire and he hanged on.
And that's going to be the third victory here for you in the Micro Sprint Hub iRacing League. You're battling it out there with Seth Gregory for the points so far. I believe, I don't know how the points are working here, but I believe you should be coming home with the points lead, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Yeah, it says I'm leading by 1 point right now, so that's good.
so we got new points leader here by 1 point. Um, what's your mindset going into the rest of the season here and trying to hold on to that points lead?
I'll just keep starting up front. There's a lot of yellows, so it's kind of hard to do anything. So you want to qualify good and start up front and stay up there.
And I know we all have a competitive side, especially being racers and racing in real life. Bringing it over here to iRacing and everything, are you actually running for points, or are you just doing it for fun and get some more seat time here?
I'm doing it to support Justin, and I think there's a pretty good points payout too. So that's why I'm also trying to win. But I think it goes to the end of April, and my season starts actually at the 12th of March. But we don't race again until April, so I think I'll be able to make them all. But if not, hopefully get a pretty good points lead.
So hopefully everything works out where you get a good points lead. And do you have any friends, family, or sponsors you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, first off, gotta thank the good Lord above for letting me do what I love and for blessing me with the win tonight. And I gotta thank all my family watching, my mom, my dad, my grandma, grandpa, my uncle, and my aunt. And yeah, just can't thank everybody enough. Redline Performance Roofing. Who else do we got? Dirt Crowd, Race Engine Components, Thrive Media. Everybody in Discord watching, they wanted me to give them a shout out, so I appreciate them for the support. And I thank Justin and you guys all for putting this on.
Yes, sir. And hopefully next week we hear back from you again on the podium.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, man. You have a good one.
You too.
And there you have it, your third place finisher and your winner here tonight, as we're going to hear from those two only, as I don't see Brady Ross ready for his interview, as Bradley Cox does come home with the win here tonight. And trying to find my button here real fast. Again, just to go over your results here before we get out of here tonight. It's Bradley Cox in the 45 machine taking home the win, followed by Brady Ross. Seth Gregory finishes in thirds. JT Moss fourth. Rustin Moss rounds out your top five. Ezra Green, which was also your hard charger, finishes sixth. Caden Anderson in seventh. Jaden West in eighth. Bryce Comer ninth. And Rick rounds out your top 10. J Rob finishes 11th. Aaron Miller in 12th. Cleveland in 13th. And coming home 14th is going to go home to Lucas. And that's going to conclude tonight's racing action here on Right Rear Racing. We're going to go live once again on Thursday for the Dirt Series Gator Nationals at Volusia in the 410 Sprint Cars. As long as we have 12 drivers, we will be live once again here on Right Rear Racing. If not, we will be live once again next week on Tuesday to bring week number 7 action here with your Micro Sprint Hub iRacing League. Again, huge shout out to all the sponsors here of your Micro Sprint Hub iRacing League: Bradley Cox Racing, Torq Hydration, BTB Foundation, Drivers Labs, Milestone Electric Plumbing and AC, and FM Performance. Thanks again for joining in here. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and get notified when we go live here on Right Rear Racing. Thanks for joining in, and we will catch you next time.